Hello everyone, this is Nitish and we have started an initiative called Plum series which is Prelims Level Up MCQ series. Here we discuss 5 MCQs daily and this will help you in your UPSC preparation. Today is episode number 137 and I am dealing with economics MCQ. Before starting this class, I would like you to please subscribe the channel and also like and comment on videos. These contents are free of cost, so for test series and foundation video, you can contact to Vice Sir on WhatsApp 7200 So let's begin. Today's MCQ number 1 is with reference to National Asset Reconstruction Company Limited and Indian Debt Resolution Company Limited by various banks of India, consider the following statement. Basically, this question is contemporary affair and point number 2 is this question is also relevant in present context because it is a very new concept, that is National Asset Reconstruction Company Limited, which is a bad bank. So regarding this, the statements are: statement 1, both NARCL, that is National Asset Reconstruction Company Limited, and IDRCL, that is Indian Debt Resolution Company Committee Limited, are responsible for acquiring stressed assets from the financial institutions. Statement 2, public sector banks will have ownership of not less than 51% share in both NARCL and IDRCL. So you have to identify the correct statement: 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, and neither 1 nor 2. So I will provide you 10 seconds. Try to answer this question. So its correct answer will be option number D, which means that both the statements are incorrect. Now let's look at the explanation. National Asset Reconstruction Company Limited and India Debt Resolution Company Limited were incorporated into the Company Act. So the details regarding these two are mentioned in the statement itself. Statement number 1 is incorrect because on one side the NARCL is an asset reconstruction company. It will acquire asset by making an offer to the lead bank. Whereas on the other side, IDRCL is a service company or operational entity which will manage the asset and engage market professionals and turnaround experts. It means that IDRCL role will come only after acquisition of asset by NARCL. That's why the statement number 1 is the incorrect one. Statement number 2 is also incorrect because in NARCL, the public sector bank will maintain ownership or hold share of 51% and the rest of the share, that is 49%, will be held by other financial institutions and debt management companies. Whereas in IDRCL, the PSB and the public financial institutions will hold a maximum stake of 49% and the rest of the shares will be owned by private sector lenders. That's why the statement number 2 is also incorrect one. Now MCQ number 2 is with reference to National Bank for financing infrastructure and development, consider the following statement. Statement 1, it is not allowed to accept deposit directly from people like any other bank. The share of the central government in NBFID, which is a short form of National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development, the share of central bank in NBFID cannot be reduced below 51%. Third statement, the central bank's permission is required to initiate investigation against its chairperson. Statement number 4 is it can raise fund both in Indian rupee and foreign currency. So you have to identify the correct statement regarding NBFID. Option A, 1, 2 and 3 only, 2, 3 and 4 only, 1, 3 and 4 only, and all of the above, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So try to answer this question, write it in the comment section. I will provide you 10 seconds. So its correct answer will be option number C, which means that statement 1, 3 and 4 are the correct one. Statement 1 is correct because National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development will act as a development financial institutions unlike bank. And unlike bank, DFIs do not accept deposit from people. That's why statement number 1 is the correct. That is, NBFID is not allowed to accept deposit directly from the people. Statement 2 is incorrect one because NBFID will be constituted as a corporate body. It will have an authorized share capital of rupee 1 lakh crore. Initially, the central government will own 100% share of the institution. However, subsequently, the central government share may be reduced up to 26%, but here it is mentioned that it cannot be reduced below 51%. That's why the statement number 2 is the incorrect one. Statement 3 is correct because no investigation can be initiated and prosecution can be done against employees of NBFID without the prior sanction of 1. The central government in case of chairperson or other director. 2. The managing director in case of other employees. Further, the court will also require prior sanction for taking cognizance of offences in matters involving employee of NBFID. That's why the statement number 3 is the correct one. Statement number 4 is also correct because NBFID may raise funds in the form of loans or otherwise both in Indian rupee and foreign currency. That is the statement number 4. So the option C is the correct answer. MCQ number 3. Consider the following statement regarding mRNA vaccine. The vaccine works by introducing inactive or modified portion of a virus into our body. These vaccines are not stable at high temperatures that makes its distribution difficult. The unique feature of this vaccine is its quick adaptability for a new viral mutation. So you have to identify the correct statement regarding this vaccine. 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, and all of the above, that is 1, 2 and 3. I will provide you 10 seconds. Try to answer this question. So its correct answer will be option number B, which means that statement number 2 and statement number 3 regarding mRNA vaccine is correct one. Now let's look at the explanation. Statement 1 is incorrect because mRNA vaccine are a new type of vaccine. They don't use live viruses to trigger an immune response. Instead, they supply mRNA that instructs our cell to make a version of SARS-CoV-2, which is SARS-CoV-2 spike protein that will trigger an immune response. Once triggered, the body will make antibodies. These antibodies will help to fight the infection if the real virus enters the body in the future. That's why the statement number 1 is incorrect one. Now let's look at statement number 2, which is correct. mRNA vaccines are not as stable at high temperature, making packaging and distribution difficult. That is the statement number 2. That's why it is correct. Statement number 3 is also correct because the underlying technology behind mRNA vaccine is adaptable, allowing for quick updates as new viral mutations evolve or whole new viruses are discovered. That's why statement number 3 is the correct one. So option B is the correct answer. Now move on to MCQ number 4. Consider the following statement regarding additional tier 1, that is AT1 bonds. AT1 bonds are unsecured bonds that have no maturity date. They have a call options which can be used by banks to buy these bonds back from the investor. These bonds are typically used by banks to bolster their core or tier 1 capital. So you have to identify the correct statement regarding additional tier 1 bonds. This topic is basically in your current affairs. That's why I have to put this question in the MCQ. So the options are 1 and 2 only, 1 and 3 only, 2 and 3 only, and all of the above, which is 1, 2 and 3. So I will provide you 10 seconds. Try to answer this question. So its correct answer will be option number D, which means that all three statements are correct regarding additional tier 1 bonds. Now let's look at the explanation. AT1 bonds are unsecured bonds that have the perpetual tenor. In other words, these bonds issued by bank having no maturity date, which is statement number 1. That's why statement number 1 is correct. Statement 2, they have a call option which can be used by the banks to buy these bonds back from investors, which is statement number 2. That's why statement number 2 is the correct one. Statement number 3, these bonds are typically used by banks to bolster their core or tier 1 capital, which is statement number 3. That's why all the options are correct. Now move on to MCQ number 5. Non-performing assets are loan made by a bank or a financial company on which repayments or interest payment are not being made on time. How do high NPAs affect the banks in India? Statement 1. Banks tends to lower the interest rate on deposits, adds to risk-weighted asset, results in lesser interest income. So you have to select the correct code. 1 and 2 only, 1 and 3 only, 2 and 3 only, and all of the above. So I will provide you 10 seconds. Try to answer this question. So its correct answer will be option number D, which means that all the three statements are the effect of high NPA. So now let's look at the explanation. Statement 1. In the light of high NPA, bank tends to lower the interest rate on deposits on one hand and likely to levy high interest rate on the advances. So statement number 1 is correct. Statement 2. As per Basel norms, banks are required to maintain adequate capital on risk-weighted asset on an ongoing basis. Every increase in NPA level adds to risk-weighted asset, which warrants the bank to shore up their capital base further. That is statement number 2, that adds to risk-weighted asset. Statement 3. The increased NPA put pressure on recycling of funds and reduces the ability of banks for lending more and thus results in lesser interest income. That is statement number 3, due to which all the three statements are the correct statements. So that's all for today. Next episode will be tomorrow, so please subscribe and stay tuned.